In Toronto, over 181,000 people rely on food banks monthly. This staggering number represents a significant portion of the city's population, highlighting the severe food insecurity many face. That's like every single person in Mississauga needing help to eat. Imagine an entire city, every man, woman and child, struggling to find their next meal. This number has skyrocketed, painting a grim picture of food insecurity in our city. The shelves that once held hope are now bare, and the faces of those in need reflect growing desperation. No one should have to choose between paying rent and putting food on the table. Yet this is the harsh reality for many families who are forced to make impossible decisions every day. Before the pandemic hit, things were bad, but now they're way worse. The pandemic has exacerbated the situation, pushing more people into poverty and increasing the demand for food assistance. The Daily Bread Food Banks Who's Hungry? Report 2024 shows a 61% jump in visits since 2019. This alarming increase underscores the growing crisis and the urgent need for solutions. This isn't just about a temporary setback, it's a systemic crisis. The community is rallying together, but more support is needed to address the root causes and provide sustainable solutions for those in need. The pandemic didn't create this problem, but it threw fuel on the fire, exacerbating existing issues and creating new challenges for many. People lost jobs, businesses shut down, and the cost of living kept going up. The economic impact was felt across all sectors, leaving many in financial distress. Many are struggling to recover, forced to rely on food banks just to survive. The demand for food assistance has skyrocketed, highlighting the severity of the situation. The report tells heartbreaking stories. Families who once lived comfortably are now facing uncertainty and hardship.
I never thought I'd be here. It's a humbling experience, one that I never imagined for myself. I used to donate to food banks. Now I'm on the receiving end, and it's a difficult adjustment. I'm working 2 jobs, but I still can't afford groceries for my kids. The struggle to make ends meet is relentless and exhausting.
These stories are a stark reminder of the human cost of this crisis. The pandemic has left a lingering shadow over many lives of the human cost of this crisis. It's a call to action for communities to come together and support those in need. Neil Hetherington, CEO of the Daily Bread Food Bank, doesn't mince words. He speaks with a sense of urgency and a deep understanding of the crisis at hand. He calls it a social emergency, and he's right. The situation is dire, and the need for immediate action is clear. We can't ignore the fact that people are going hungry in one of the wealthiest cities in the world. The stark contrast between wealth and poverty is alarming. It's not just Toronto feeling the pressure. Neighbouring cities like Mississauga are also grappling with the same issues.
Mississauga just declared food insecurity an emergency. This declaration highlights the widespread nature of the problem. Across the region, people are struggling. The faces of those affected are diverse, but their stories share common themes of hardship and resilience. The rising cost of housing, groceries, and transportation is pushing families to the brink. These escalating expenses are making it increasingly difficult for many to make ends meet. Wages haven't kept up, and many are falling through the cracks. The gap between income and the cost of living continues to widen, leaving more people vulnerable.
This crisis didn't happen overnight. Years of underinvestment in social services, affordable housing, and income support programs have created a perfect storm. We need to stop treating the symptoms and address the root causes of poverty. We need the government to step up, investing in affordable housing, raising the minimum wage, and strengthening social safety nets are crucial steps. We need long-term solutions that empower people and create a more just and equitable society. This isn't just about charity, it's about justice.